Hi, and welcome to my kettle review. This is going to be a review, comparison, and a shootout between these three different models here. On the left, we have the EKG made by Fellow. We have right here in the center, we have the OXO, brand new for 2017. By the way, it's December 2017, so the prices might change on these in the future. Plus the model names that might change. So as of December 2017, this is the latest information on these. And on our right, we have the Brewista. The Fellow EKG. Let's go over the specs here. This is model EE01AA1A. Price is $150 US. Max fill is 900 milliliters. It's 1200 watts. It can hold your hot water for 1 hour. It has a timer that's built in that will count up for your pour overs. It doesn't have an auto start feature, so you can't program it to turn on at a certain time. The dry weight is the heaviest of the bunch. It's 1.75 pounds. The lowest temperature you can set it at is 104 degrees, and the highest is 212. So that is the Fellow EKG. This stylish looking one right there. In my opinion, at least, stylish. Okay, the next one up. So that's the Fellow EKG right there. Next one, you got the OXO model 8717-100 coming in at $99 US, max fill of 1,000 milliliters. It's the most powerful of the bunch at 1,500 watts. The whole time it can hold your hot water for 30 minutes. It has a built-in timer. It does not have an auto start feature. Dry weight is coming at the middle of the bunch at 1.56 pounds. And that's just for the kettle weight, not including the base. Just the kettle weight dry. The lowest temperature that the OXO can go is 104 degrees, and the highest is 212. That is the OXO. Sorry for moving this around. I'll try not to move that around so much. On the next one. All right, next, last but least, the Brewista. This guy right here. This is model BKV12S02-NA. $99 US. Max fill is 1,200 milliliters. So this is the biggest one of the bunch. It can hold the most water. It has a power rating of 1,200 watts. It can hold the hot water for 1 hour. It has a built-in timer. It does have an auto start. So out of all three of these, this one has an auto start feature that you can set to go off in the morning so that you can have hot water ready to go. You don't have to make 2 trips to the kitchen. You can come to the kitchen and the water's hot at the temperature you set it at the night before. The lowest temperature this one can heat at is 140. Max is 212. And this is the lightest of the bunch. It's coming in at 1.45 pounds. That's the Brewista. Okay, let's go over the usage of the three kettles. First is the Stagg Fellow EKG. It has a nice styling here, matte black finish. It has the one dial that controls all the settings or the temperatures. It has a small screen here on the left, and on the back, let's turn this around, show you. Back, you have your Fahrenheit adjustment and your hold features, so you can turn it on and off your hold feature. The cord is a decent length, above average. There you go. And then the cord has a nice flush wall feature right here. Turn it on, just click the button. You're met with a logo, and you have the temperature that you set it at. So you can go to left and right, adjust it to whatever you want. It's going to give you the temperature of the water right now. And as soon as I turned it on, as soon as I click that button, it starts heating. So you can kind of hear it heating right now. I'll show you the current temperature, what it's at. It flashes the Fahrenheit to let you know it's heating. And then that's the temperature you set it at there, 201. If we switch that switch on, you'll get the notification that hold is on or off. And of course the Celsius, switch back and forth to Celsius or Fahrenheit. The feel of this one is nice. It has a really good, awesome feel to it. It pours real nice. One thing I wish they would have done was made the handle more of a soft touch. It's a plastic and it kind of feels a little cheap. For 150 bucks, I would expect something, the handle to feel a little better. But as far as the positioning of it, your hand, the ergonomics, it's really good. I just wish they had a little bit of the soft touch feature that the OXO has. But I like it the best for its looks, and the ability for pour overs is really good. This thing is really good at pour overs. If you're going to be filling up a French press or something like that, it's really slow. So you can't dump the water out fast with this one. Let me show you the timer feature. If you were to hold this down, you get a countdown, and then you get your timer. So it counts up. You could even change the degrees, and it continues the time. Let's turn it off. Let's take a look on the inside. Stainless steel, you have your vents, plastic on top, plastic, the little handle's plastic. The inside, I know people want to see the inside, so there you go. All stainless steel except for that little silicone grommet at the bottom. But other than that, it's all stainless steel. The max fill line is right there. That little dash there, that's the max fill line. And that's 900 milliliters. So there you go, fellow EKG. Next up on the list, forgot to mention this is, of course, this part's metal here, and the bottom part's plastic. So plastic, 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 metal, and then underneath it's plastic. Let's take a look at the base plate. Base plate is plastic. Has a nice rubber mat right here for spills, and it has this little drain port here that will drain if you spill any water right here. So that's nice. Okay, moving on. The OXO. Let's unplug. And that's my kilowatt there. That's how much volts I have at my outlet right now. So we're going to be testing the heat up features. We're going to do shootout, and I want to make sure that each one of them is running on the same wattage. So with this, I'll be able to tell that it's all fair. So right now I'm getting 120 volts at the wall. Okay, next is the OXO. Plugged it in, and it automatically turns on right here. See if we can turn it off. Oh, okay, so when you first turn it on and you hold this down button, you can toggle between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit, that's the lowest it'll go, 104 degrees. This knob has it's a little tight, but it has a good feel to it. I wish it was a little looser on the turns. So you set your temperature. Let's go to 104. turn it on, and then we get the current reading of the temperature, the water in there now, and then we get this little symbol here that means that it's heating up. This little kettle, I would say, as far as pouring, it's not as slow as the EKG, and it's not as fast as a Brewista. It's like medium of the bunch. The handle feels really good. I like that rubber feel. Even the top has a nice rubber feel. The one thing I wish they would have put rubber on is this knob right here. I wish they would have had like a textured, gnarled knob on this thing, and if it was a little bit less tension on there, it would be solid. It would feel like a high quality stereo knob, but it's plastic, so it's going to be a little slippery and it's hard to turn. So that feature, I wish they would have improved that. And then I'm not a big fan of this big kind of hump sticking out of here. I wish they would have found a way to make it more integrated so it looked a little more stylish. But overall, it's good. I like the nice bright screen here, and the blue. It's a nice touch. Okay, so let's show you the timer feature. This one, you hold down, and you instantly get the timer. So as not like the EKG where it gives you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, this one just starts right away. So that's that feature. As far as the keeping the water hot, the hold feature, this one you can't turn off. It's just set on all the time, so it will keep your water warm for half an hour, regardless, no matter what. So I'll show you the inside. Stainless steel construction there. The inside is all stainless steel. The handle is tack welded on there. And that is the OXO. Let's turn it on. There. Okay, let's try the Brewista. All right, where are we at? Here we go. All right, Brewista. Now this one has a, I've had this for a year and a half. This is kind of my daily driver right here. I use this one every day for the last about year and a half, and you can see it's showing its wear. Not sure what happened here, but over time this thing started to crack. But I think I can replace that because it's just screwed in from the other side. So this one right here, you can program it. It has different program features. The lowest we can go with the setting is 140 degrees. So you just turn it on. You're going to get your current temperature. You have this setting right here where you can toggle through different presets. And those are preset from the factory. So you can go to 205, and then you could manually just go down from there. So let's go to 140. Okay, you're set for 140, and you're currently at 73 degrees, and it's heating up right now. The degrees Celsius button, the program button, that's so you can program it in the morning to go, anytime you want to turn on automatically. This is the hold feature. You turn that on, it illuminates, and it will stay on for 1 hour. Keep your water warm. The one funky thing about this one, I'll show you the timer feature that I don't like, is when you use the timer, and it doesn't happen on the other ones, so I'll show you. So you hold the plus button to turn the timer on. So as you're pouring, let's say you want to put it back on to keep the water hot. When you put it back on, your timer disappears and you get the current temperature. So you lose your timer ability. Timer started all over, so it reset. So you lost your count. So I don't like that. You have to keep it off the kettle the whole time. You can't put it back on and have it reheat to your set temperature while keeping the timer going. These other two will do that. They will continue to keep the water hot and show your timer, your count up timer. So I like that on both these. That's an advantage of those ones. Let's see. Lid, stainless steel with your vents. It has the screws there. You can adjust the tightness with those little tabs. Pretty sure. Nope, can't adjust that. It has a little notch there, but a little different. And this one, you can't adjust that, so it's just on, but it feels nice and snug. But this one you can adjust with that little tab there. Inside, it's all stainless steel. You have that silicone thermometer at the bottom, that little grommet. The handle is attached with screws, so I'm pretty sure I can replace this eventually. And bottom's plastic, stainless steel, and that's the Brewista. I think I showed you, but the max fill line is right there, and this one has a minimum fill line. The OXO, the fill line was right there, yeah. So that's the max fill line on the OXO. Okay, so that's a quick review on how to use them and the features. Okay, so we're going to do the heat up test. It's going to be 900 milliliters of water, and we're heating up to 205 degrees. So here we go, 900 milliliters of water. We got our temperature verification right here with the thermopen. The water is 69 degrees. Ooh, sorry about that. It's a little loud. Okay, let's verify the water temperature. 69 degrees. Okay. Got our stopwatch ready to go. I'll put the lid on. Plug it in. We are, I don't know if you can see that. We're at 120 volts at the wall. We are ready to start. Timer ready. And as soon as I click this, it's going to start. It's going to go through its little startup, and then it's going to start. So I'll wait till it's done with this little startup, and I'll go ahead and start the timer. Set 205, and I'll start there. So we can confirm that this is 205 degrees it's set for. It's at 70 degrees right now. And we are counting up with our timer. So let's see what we can do. Take a look at the kilowatt. Drop down to 114 volts. Let's see, so let's see if we can find the watts. So there's our wattage right there. 1056. So this thing's rated at 1200. So we're not getting the full 1200, we're getting just over 1000 on the wattage. volts. So after we turned it on, it dropped to full almost 6 volts. So it's using power. So this thing says it's using 9.16 amps. That's based off the kilowatt. And we're still at 1053 watts. So 5 minutes and it's at 200 degrees. And it's slowing down. It's gonna just kind of tiptoe into the last couple degrees. Now with the fellow, you don't get any kind of audible warning. It'll just stop at that temperature. So we're at 204. Come on, come on. Kick it in. You can do it. You can do it, fellow. Go. Not there yet. So you can see it's flashing this F down here. That means it's still heating. So it's just slowly reaching that 205. It's pretty close to 205 now. I would say this is close enough, but I want to wait till that thing. Okay, so it stopped. The F stopped. And we are at about 6 minutes and I'd say about 6:30. So 6 minutes and 30 seconds. For the fellow EKG. So there you go. For 200 degrees, took 5 minutes. To reach 205 degrees, it took 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's verify that with a thermopan. All right, yeah, so we're at 205. Perfect. Okay, we're moving on to the OXO. Let's set the temperature to 205. One thing I forgot to mention with this one that's kind of cool is that underneath you have a cord storage. So that's kind of cool. Just thought I'd show you that. And the cord is flat, so it's a low profile cord. Yeah, thought you might want to know that. So we got our 900 milliliters of water. Let's test the temperature here. 69 degrees. Let's see, where are we at? 69 degrees. And let's get started. Are you ready? Set and go. This is, remember this one's the 1500 watts. So this one's going to be probably the fastest. I'll show you the kilowatt. See what we got. So this one is pulling 1,361 watts. So this one's not even pulling the rated amount. They're always less. Amps, it has 12 amps, so we got a lot of amps going. The other one was 9. This one's pulling 9 amps, or 12 amps. And it dropped me down to 112. So from 120 to 112 on my volts at the wall. So there you go. That's the watts. .200 degrees at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And 205 at 4 minutes and 4 seconds. So 4 minutes, 4 seconds. I'll just say 4 minutes. That's close enough. 4 minutes. So yeah, so 4 minutes versus 6 minutes. So a whole 2.5 minutes faster than the fellow, and to get to 205. So pretty quick, the OXO. Just wanted to show you the temperature accuracy. I had unplugged it already and moved it, so I moved it back just to show you that the temperature is spot on with the OXO. So within 1 degree, that's pretty acceptable. So 203, there you go. So when it says 205, it's pretty accurate that it is 205. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, the Brewista. Got our 900 milliliters of water. Let's check the temperature. 68 degrees. Let's verify that temperature. 68 degrees in the pot. And we have that verification down here. We are set to 205. And let's start the timer. And we're going. Blinking light indicates that it is heating up. Let me show you the kilowatt. $1,070. And the Brewista is going to slow down and just kind of idle into the last couple degrees. We're approaching 200, right about 5 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to say 5 minutes for 200 degrees. And there we go. So 5 minutes and 25 seconds. There you go. For the Brewista, coming in at 200 degrees at 5 minutes, and 200 degrees at 5 minutes, and 200. Wait, what am I saying here? Sorry. 200 degrees at 5 minutes. It's kind of a tongue twister here. And 205 degrees at 5 minutes 25 seconds. Blah. Once again, I forgot to show you the water temperature verification. So there we go. It's at 205 degrees. What does the thermopen say? 204, 203. So there you go. So this is the pour test. We're going to be pouring the exact same amount that we filled up into this, I don't know what you want to call it, vessel, server, this Hario server here. So 900 milliliters. You're going to be able to see the stream, and you're going to be able to see how fast they are pouring out. So this would be if you're filling up a French press or something like that, or if you're filling up some sort of other tea device that holds tea and you need to fill it up all the way. this is how long it's going to take to pour. So this is the fellow EKG. I'm just going to go, didn't expect that. A little premature there. So let's go. I'm going to start pouring. And 1, 2, 3. We'll go full tilt. Let's try to maximize the pour. That's pretty much full tilt there without me spilling anything. Oh, gotta be careful. It's coming out the top. That means I'm over tilting. Going for speed. And done. So we got about 50 seconds. 50 seconds for the fellow EKG. Next up on the pour over challenge, we got the OXO. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. That pours a lot faster. About 25 seconds to dump that water. Next up on the pour over challenge, we got the Brewista. First is up. Ready, set, go. That's a stream. Now, I wouldn't be doing that in a pour over, but if I'm going to be filling up a French press or some other device, this is what I'm going to be doing. Okay, done. So 20 seconds. Fellow EKG came in at 50 seconds to pour all the water out. The OXO took 25 seconds, so twice as fast. And the fastest was the Brewista at 20 seconds. Now let's go over stream control. We'll show you how these things handle pouring slow. So this is a nice controlled stream. See how slow you can get that? Good for pour overs. Neutral tilt. This is like neutral tilt right here. Got a thick stream, thin stream. Definitely control that thing. Slow as you want. Medium stream. That's full stream right there. Okay. The OXO. See this stream. Slow pour. So you can get a slow pour out of this thing. I'd say not as slow as the EKG, but pretty slow. You got a little bit of the water breakup. So you got a little bit of that splash right there. The EKG is a little better at controlling that stream. Not having that breakup, the water breakup into water droplets. Medium stream, full stream. So not as precise as the EKG, but you can pour out faster with the OXO. Okay, Brewista, the fastest of the bunch. Let's see how it can do. Thin stream, medium stream, full stream. So this thing can come out fast, but it's the hardest to control. It's the small stream. say for all around use, the OXO is probably the best of both worlds. Whereas the EKG is great for pour overs, but if you're going to be filling up big giant French presses, it's going to take twice as long to empty the water, and it is the heaviest, so you're going to keep your hand up the longest carrying the water, and it is the slowest heating up. So those are the three kettles I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something from what I was able to figure out, and hopefully you guys can make a better buying decision with which one you want. So overall, like I said, this one is the most expensive, takes the longest to heat up, and pours the slowest. Great style. It has great pour over abilities. If you're filling up French presses, maybe not the best bet. And I wish they had a better handle, more premium handle. The OXO, my final thoughts is this is the middle of the bunch. It's not the fastest, not the slowest, not the best for pour overs, not the worst for pour overs. It's right there in the middle. $99, good price point. The fit and finish feels good. I like this rubber handle. The base plate is nice. Overall, this is a really good kettle here. You can get these at Bed Bath & Beyond. 20% off coupon. Really good deal. Yeah, that's the OXO. Brewista, the biggest of the bunch. So this does the most water, and it pours the fastest. Maybe not the best control on pour overs, but good enough. I've been using it for the last year and a half, and it's been working fine for pour overs. Now that I've tried the EKG, now I'm a little spoiled with this thing now. But if you're kind of doing French presses, teas, and pour overs, this will work great. Also, the best feature, the reason why I got this one is because it has that auto on start feature. So I don't have to make 2 trips to the kitchen, one just to turn it on. So I'll turn it on in the morning, or I'll set it to go off in the morning, and it does it. And when I come to the kitchen, my water's nice and hot. Right here, you can see some visible wear, to the handle. But like I said, it looks serviceable, so I'm pretty sure longevity-wise, I'm going to be keeping this for a long time. For fit and finish, this does feel probably the cheapest. It's $99, and a timer feature too. When you put it back on the base plate, the timer disappears. So it has its pluses and minuses, but like I said, that feature where it comes on in the morning, I had to have that. So I'm a more functionality over fit and finish as far as these two. But for functionality wise, it's a really good workhorse of a kettle. So yeah, that's my review of the 3 kettles. Hope you learned something, and thanks for watching.